All praises to Yahweh. Shalom, Israel. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, this is gonna be try to be a mid response for just foolery and all the stuff going on. Definitely I've done this before, and I guess now I just got a little bit more insight on it. And this is gonna be another one to dispel and to show people that their studies are right. I'm not gonna ever say what nobody's studies ain't right. I'm not saying that, but what I'm gonna tell you is did you get past the part where confusion comes in? And so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start this off. All right, Jake, we're gonna have to deal with this. We're gonna have to deal with this today. Hoteppers, super Africans. Let this be something for everybody. But you're gonna have to deal with this today. Now, first thing first, we're gonna look at this guy. We're not gonna focus too much, but for anybody who, before they go to pseudo stuff, you're gonna see his Akkadian name. You're gonna see, so you see his name in cuneiform. So we're gonna show that this guy right here, in my regard, he is more responsible for the confusion that people deal with within trying to do their history work. And also something very key as well. I'm going to continue to tell people this. People overthrowing other people is something common in history. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that nobody is who they say they are today. I'm not going to say that. There are many people who have their heritage and they can track it back into these days. And there are some people who can't. I guess the greater point I want to point out is this right here. We're going to have to deal with history and not this manufactured history that's been given to you. So I ain't going to talk your ear off, but I just want y'all to get a firm understanding of what we're going with. I'm going to show you that this guy, Salaki, this guy right here, he plays a major important role in why these guys are mixed up. So let's get this going. So let's get some of this stuff going. All right, let's examine exhibit number A. Now, when we look at exhibit number A, I'm gonna look away from this word Mongolian because that is a construct word. That's just a word that hides who people are. So we're not going to deal with the word Mongolian. But today, we're going to focus on you, my friend. You're going to play a key role. I want everybody to look at who that is. You call them today, quote unquote, the Native American Indian, right? But these are the Canaanites, okay? And you still see, don't get it wrong, got some of us that still got some of the Canaanites, they still got some melanin. But the vast majority of them, no. That degree of melanin is gone. But we're going to focus today on you. You see, like I said, Canaanites. We're going to focus today on you. And we're going to show you how you are going to help us play a major role in proving that this is an African. No matter how much you do or don't want to understand it. So we're going to get into that in a second. So let's get some background. So when we look at this guy, His name is hard to say, but we're going to just say it as Tiglath-Pileser. Some people say Tiglath-Pileser, Tiglath-Pileser III. We're going to show you what this guy does. And this is going to be 2 Kings. And we're going to start at verse number 29. It says, in the days, excuse me, let me get the pen, excuse me. It says, in the days of Pekah, king of Israel, Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, came and took Lajan, Abel, Beth-Makkah, Jonah, Kadesh, Hazar, Gilead. These are places. These are not people. These are places. And the Gilead and all of the land of Naphtali, and exiled them to Assyria. All right. Now, this is going to become important. All right. This is going to become important because what this king is doing is when he goes on his war campaign, he takes the people from off the land and transports them to another land. Now let's get a little bit on him. It says, Tiglath-Pileser, it says, in my trust, the son of Esra, Hebrew, it says, was a prominent king in Assyria in the 8th century BC who introduced advanced civil military and political systems until Neo-Assyrian Empire. Tiglath-Pileser seized the Assyrian throne during a civil war and killed the royal family. You see that? They put it right in your face. I'm going to read that again. Tiglath-Pileser III seized Assyria's throne during a civil war and killed the royal family. So he is not of the original bloodline. This is going to become important. Okay? Then we're going to go down. No, I'm sorry. Let's go back. I'm sorry. Because that's very important. It says, he made sweeping changes to the Assyrian government, considerably improving efficiency and security. He created Assyria's first professional standing army. It says, Tiglath-Pileser subjugated much of the Near East. Now let's look at what he had control of. Regions south of his fellow Mesopotamians and Babylon and Chaldean, and further south still, the Arabs, Magan, Maha, Delamites, Arabian Peninsula, in the southwest of Israel, Judah, Philistia, Samaria, Moab, Edom, Sustians, Nabates. It says from the north, Ertra, Armenia, Scythia, Caucasus Mountains, Crimea, Black Sea, Cyprus, Aram, modern day Syria, Mediterranean. So you take a look. Basically, my man had all of the, and Africa too. This is Africa. So I want you to pay attention to what this man's doing. Like I told you, he's took people and he's took them that way, and took people from that way and brought them that way. Let's keep going. Now, if you did any studying in your Torah, some of these names are going to be familiar. Now we're going to go. This is going to be 2 Kings chapter 16, starting at verse number 7. And it says, Ahaz sent messengers to Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, saying, now listen, it says, your servant and your son am I. So this Israelite king has completely sold out to this Assyrian king. And it says, come up and save me from the clutches of the kings of Aram and from the clutches of the kings of Israel, who are rising up against me. Ahaz took whatever silver and gold that he found in the temple. Now remember, Ahaz, this dude is wicked as fuck, bro. Let's keep that in mind. Ahaz took whatever silver and gold was found in the temple of Yahweh and treasures of the king and the treasures of the king's palace, and sent a bribe to the king of Assyria. So he's trying to bribe this king and to come help him. Now watch what happens. And the king of Assyria heeded him. It says the king of Assyria went up to Damascus and seized it, exiling its inhabitants to Kir and killed Rezin. Now, we'll stop. Once again, his dude's actions. He has went up to Damascus and seized it, exiling its inhabitants to Kir and killed Rezin. Let's get there. Because I don't think they quite understand what's going on. Let's go to Amos 9 and 7. Now listen to what's said. It says, behold, you are like the children of the Cushites to me. We're of this, okay? It says, O children of Israel, the word of Yahweh, did I not bring up Israel from the land of Egypt? Yes, he delivered us out of there, as well as the Philistines from Captor and a ram from Kir. Remember these actions. These are the same actions. Do not forget. These are the actions of this king. What I'm simply telling you is this king has swapped the ethnicities of people between the lands. He took the people from north and brought them down and took us and put a lot of us up in the northern area. And I'm going to show you when another war breaks out who it was that takes and put these people back up in those mountains. We're going to get to that. And I'm going to show you because of the fact that this king right here, excuse me, Salakia, because of the fact that this king has swapped the ethnicities of lands, then now when you start to do your history, what you're going to be doing is a history of the land, but the people who live there, it does not so much apply. Let's give an example. And this ain't no shots. Let's just be real. Why is it that I can look in Africa, see all of these great buildings, but I don't see nobody building it no more? Now, you got to say to yourself, if you want to claim the glory of this antiquity for these thousands and thousands of years, you're not going to tell me the white man stole one scroll and now y'all don't know how to do it no more. Something should seem off about that. Something should seem off. Now I'm going to show you how this going to all connect. Now I'm going to show you this land exchange is more serious than what y'all think. So when we look at the Assyrians and we look at these people, they wrote in the cuneiform. You see it, right? This is still him again, Tiglath-Pileser III. You might take this as a joke. You can take this as a joke all you want. This is very serious, man. Because this is a big stumbling, man. This is a big stumbling block. Let's keep going. I'm gonna show you why. Let's just show some evidence. Now, let's go back to the tour. Now let's look at we're going to look at people according to their customs and not according to how they look or how we've been taught they're supposed to look. So let's go. Let's go to Deuteronomy 7, verse number 5. You know what? Now let's Deuteronomy 7, verse number 2. You know what? I'm sorry. Deuteronomy 7, verse number 1. When Yahweh your Elohim will bring you to the land which you come to possess it, he will thrust away many nations from before you, the Hittite, the Girgashite, the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. And Yahweh your Elohim will deliver them before you, and you will smite them, and you shall utterly destroy them. and you shall not seal a covenant with them, nor shall you show them favor. You shall not intermarry with them, and you shall not give your daughter to his son, and you shall not take his daughter for your son. For he will cause your child to turn away from me, to turn away from after me, and they will worship the gods of others. Then Yahweh's wrath will burn against you, and he will destroy you quickly. Quickly. Sorry. And it says, rather, now listen to this. Rather, so shall you do to them. Their altars shall you break apart. Their pillars shall you smash, and their sacred trees shall you cut down, and their carved images shall you burn in fire. Just look at those customs one more time. That's going to be the altar shall you break apart, the pillars shall you smash, and the sacred trees, right? Sacred trees, sacred trees. So let's look at some of these people with sacred trees. So let's give one example. See this? Now, what do they have? You call them, they taught you it's called totem poles. These are these sacred trees they're talking about. Oh, you don't believe that? Now, I'm showing you what this king did. Remember, this king spreaded people out over a big land area. Oh, so you don't think that's what they're talking about? You've been taught the totem poles. That's the sacred tree. Okay, let's get that. And let's keep in mind, who does that, right? So I'm showing you those are Canaanites. So let's get some of that. It's go time, y'all. All right, so look. First thing first, look at Chief Joseph, right? And when you look at Chief Joseph's pouch, what does he have? That's an Assyrian star. That's an Assyrian star on his pouch. Oh, okay. You see that? Chief Joseph. What they found in his pouch, what is that? That's rodent cuneiform. They say it was for a sale for a lamb. You got some brothers bugging, talking about he was a Jake. Nah, these are Canaanites. I'm sorry, I don't want to hurt your feelings. That's what it was. Look at this pouch. That's an Assyrian star. Right there in the middle. Look, you want to see it with your own eyes? Here you go. It's just for you. See that? I told you. That's an Assyrian star. That's the same star. You look very carefully. It's the same star that's on Chief Joseph's bag. So number one, this proves that there was a great migration that they definitely don't talk about. Number two, this proves the people from that side of the world, obviously, you've been taught they look like something else, but I'm showing you where these people come from, and I'm showing you who's responsible for these actions. We're going to get to that, sorry. Let's go back to Chief Joseph. So I know you're going to say, okay, why does this become important? Let's show you why. So here, as of lately, you've been getting this whole, Tartarian thing, right? Been coming out. And let's go ahead. Let's get that too. Okay. Oh, what is that? Hey, a sacred tree of pole that stood near Canaanite religious locations to honor pagan gods Asherah, also known as Astarte. So Asherah poles. That's the same thing. Just don't want to believe it. It's the same thing these Canaanites was doing here. It's that same sacred tree that we're supposed to cut down. So let's look at a little evidence. Oh, what do you see? And guess where this is, y'all? This is in, what is that? That's in Taiwan. Huh. Well. Taiwan, huh? Okay. So we know what that is, right? It's a totem pole. Okay. Let's exit that one. And what I actually did was I looked up the category of totem poles of Asia, in Asia. And that's what I just popped up. See? Totem poles in Asia. I know you like, okay. Showing you, y'all, who these people are. Wow. Look at that. Let's keep going. You know what? So let's keep going. Not gonna deal with that. We'll come back to that. Okay, here we go. So as of lately, this Tartaria thing been coming up, right? So I want you to look and see it with your own eyes, what I typed up. Warrior Tartar, right? And when I typed up Warrior Tartar, look what you see. Oh. Now who do we know that is? This is a Warrior Tartar. This is in Russia, right? Who do we know this is? Oh, so all of a sudden, we don't know them his kin folks. Okay. We don't know that no more. Yeah, Warrior Tartar. See that? Why you gotta ask yourself, why is this on the same page when I'm pulling up Tartars? Because they know who these people are. They know exactly who they are. They know exactly who these people are. You've been taught they something else. So, let's go a little bit further. So look, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this right in front of y'all so y'all can see it. So there's nothing crazy. Now I put in Eskimo Warrior. I want y'all to see what it shows me. I'm gonna show you this connection. And I'm gonna show you, now notice they're gonna show you all of this, right? Don't be deceived. But look, the littlest picture is this. Now what do you see? That's an Eskimo Warrior? Wow. Well, I already took the time to go blow it up myself. So you'll get to see it. That's an Eskimo Warrior? They've been teaching you lies. It's a Canaanite. They know that. They've been teaching you lies. It's just that simple. We'll leave it alone. Let's go back. Now, so since we can see these are Canaanites and these people, and We got no need to see the astral pole no more because we know that's a deeper, more perverted practice involved with that too. So we'll leave that alone. So we're gonna look at this guy, Nietzsche. All right. So let's get this guy. Since everybody's so, oh, this is not this and not this. Oh, okay. Well, if you should have kept reading, maybe you would have caught it too. This is going to be Jeremiah 46. The word of Yahweh came to Jeremiah the prophet concerning the nations, concerning Egypt, concerning the army of Pharaoh Necho. Necho, it's the same person. It's the same person. It says, King of Egypt, which at the Euphrates River and Carmel, which Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, defeated in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, son of Jehoahaz, king of Judah. Okay? Now I want you to see this. I want you to listen to this. Prepare thy buckler and thy shield and approach thy battle. Harness the horses and mount them, O carrymen. Stand ready in helmet, sharpen the spears, and do not don the mail armor. Why do I see them panicking and retreating, their strong men crushed, fleeing in haste without turning around? There is terror all around. The word of Yahweh, the swift cannot flee, and the strong man cannot escape. Up north by the Euphrates, they stumble and fall. I just told you, man. Just told you. This guy's actions, when he came in, that's just talking about Egypt. The Euphrates is not in Egypt, y'all. When this guy came in, he pulled people out of the land and took them somewhere else. And took the people from here and brought them that way. All you have to do is read, and that's talking about you Egyptians. That's letting you know your people got took too. Look up your own history. Do your own history, man. Your people got exiled too, to up there to the Euphrates, passed this way. Just told you. Look, I'm gonna show you again. Cause some people simple special. Look. Now what it says? It says the Near East. It says the Near East, Babylon, Chaldea, further south, Arab, Mahilahu, Demunites, Arabia, Peninsula, and the South Israel, Judah, Philistia, Samaria, Moab, Edom, and the North, Urarta, Armenia, Scythia, Caucasus Mountains, Black Sea. See, the whole point I'm trying to get to you is that this dude has took everybody and swapped them around. See, and here's going to be the burner. Here's going to be the burner. When we look, see, we're recorded coming back because of Yahweh. But see, you other people, you're not recorded coming back. So now watch this. Let's get some, how they want to say primary sources. Let's get some primary sources, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you when y'all was being took and how they got spread around. Now let's look. Now who are the Assyrians taking? The featherhead people. You can say Nubia, you can write whatever you want. The featherhead people are the ones being took. And what is this? The Assyrian relief depicting the defeat of an Egyptian fort. The featherhead people in Egypt. Who? The featherhead people. Because remember, Canaan and Egypt are brothers. Don't never forget that. The featherhead people. That's your Assyrian wall relief, bro. I know it hurt. So, super African people, man, y'all got a lot of explaining to do. Y'all got a lot. Stop lying to our people. Stop feeding them malignant lies and dreams. You're super African. Learn your own history. King Necho, Pharaoh Necho, and I don't even think that's his. Pharaoh Necho. They were exiled during his time. Okay? Pharaoh Necho. Learn your own history, bro. Because you don't even know that. Because if you would know your own history, you would know all those people from those lands, they got exiled with those people. You get that right here in your Torah, and it's recorded in your own history. It says, behold, Amos 9 and 8, behold, 9 and 8, I'm sorry, 9 and 7, the end part, land of Egypt, as well as the Philistines from Captor, and Aram from Ker, the Philistines from Captor. So Genesis 10, man. Genesis 10:13. And Mizrahim begot Lumen, Anemium, Ladunium. It says Nephtalium, the Patharism, and the Klashim, whence the Philistines came forth, and the Cathorium. It's the same people, bro. So your people got took on that same one. So before you start to discredit true, well, Yahweh's word you see is the true history of this place. If you study your own history, you'll actually come to know that. We ain't going to go no further. We're just going to drop that. But I just want to say all praise to Yahweh. I definitely hope y'all got something from that. And one more time, just before we end it off, one more time. We're going to look at the Canaanites. I want you to take a good look. And I don't care what they told you. I find this to be the most accurate chart I've seen yet. Taking away the word Mongolian. Disregard that. Like I said, you was going to be our helper. And we're going to walk through a few more y'all here just real soon. But y'all Hotep these are all Africans. Now you're going to have to do some explaining while you still telling everybody that only Africans are just deeply melanated people. And these people come directly from your land. So we'll let y'all figure that one out. So that's your Canaanite. Oh yeah, and explain to me, why is it that your Eskimo warrior has the same customs as your Canaanite? Yeah, it's gonna get real ugly for y'all. So just keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna keep putting you in the corner in a place where you can't answer. Until then, we'll say all praise to Yahweh, Kahala Yahweh, Shalom.